No, not full-on fascism currently, but sort of sometimes if we look at fascism as a scale that manifests itself sometimes more, sometimes less at different time periods. Generally, though, we are a bourgeois democracy born out of colonialism, so it would be impossible not to see some fascistic elements, some fascistic characteristics. In the US, but we've never experienced a full fascist takeover, in my opinion. Well, colonialism contains kernels of fascism. Fascism took its inspiration from colonialism, and even specifically US colonialism. Its inspiration was both ideological and strategic. So it would be ahistorical to analyze the birth of fascism without also taking into account colonialism. Has went through different periods where the fascist threat has risen, such as during the Great Depression era, the height of the Civil Rights Movement, and other periods. COINTELPRO is a great example of American fascism manifesting and exposing itself. George Jackson and Bobby Seale have contributed greatly to this topic. It's also important to remember that fascism adapts and changes forms. From Dimitrov's work United Front. It would be a gross mistake to lay down any sort of universal scheme of the development of fascism to cover all countries and all peoples. Such a scheme would not help but would hamper us in carrying on a real struggle. Apart from everything else, such a rule would result in the indiscriminately thrusting into the camp of fascism those sections of the population which, if properly approached, could, at a certain stage of development, be brought in the struggle against fascism or could at least be neutralized. This is not an all-inclusive list, but here's some forms that fascism may take on. State fascism, parastate fascism, imperialist fascism. Think Germany and other dictatorial regimes propped up by the imperialist powers dependent upon the imperial core. Emperor fascism, social fascism. We have to remember that Japanese fascism was different than, say, Germany or Italy. I also recommend reading George Jackson's Three Faces of Fascism and also Blood in My Eye, Gramsci's The Two Fascisms, Dimitrov's United Front, and The Fascist Offensive, Clara Zetkin's What is Fascism and How to Fight It.